Today, I want to share 3 stories from my life. That's it, just 3. But each one shaped who I became in ways I never could have imagined at the time. Story 1: The Invisible Threads. I dropped out of college after 6 months. It wasn't because I was lazy, it was because I couldn't see the point. My parents had saved their entire lives to send me there, and I couldn't bear to spend their money without knowing why I was there in the first place. So I dropped out. But I didn't drop out of learning. I stuck around as a drop-in. I crashed on floors, returned Coke bottles for change, and walked across town once a week just to get one decent meal at a temple. And in that uncertain space, I wandered into a calligraphy class. It was beautiful. We studied typography, the space between letters, how typefaces had personality. At the time, none of it had any practical application. But 10 years later, when I was designing the Macintosh, every bit of that class came flooding back. The Mac became the first computer with beautiful fonts. None of this would have happened if I hadn't followed a path that made no sense in the moment. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. So you have to trust your gut, your curiosity, something that the dots will someday connect. Because they often do. Story 2: Love and Losing It. I found what I loved early. I co-founded a company in my parents' garage when I was 20. We called it Apple. And we built something special. In 10 years, it grew from 2 of us to thousands of employees and a $2 billion valuation. We had just launched the Macintosh, and I had just turned 30. And then I got fired. From my own company. It's a strange thing being pushed out of something you built. At first, I felt gutted, humiliated even. I let people down. I thought about leaving Silicon Valley for good. But something unexpected happened. I realized I still loved what I did. The passion hadn't left me. It had just been misplaced. So I started again. Over the next few years, I started a new company. I helped launch Pixar, which went on to create the first fully computer-animated feature film, Toy Story. And somewhere along the way, I met an extraordinary woman and fell in love. Years later, Apple bought Next. I returned to the company I started, and the technology we developed at Next became the core of Apple's revival. Sometimes life hits you with a brick. The only way to keep going is to love what you do. Don't settle. Keep looking until you find it. And when you do, when your work feels like an extension of who you are, everything changes. Story 3: A Mirror and a Deadline. When I was 17, I read a quote: "If you live each day as if it were your last, someday you'll be right." It stuck with me. So for over 30 years, I looked in the mirror every morning and asked, if today were my last day, would I want to do what I'm about to do? If the answer was no for too many days in a row, I knew something needed to change. Remembering that I will die is the most powerful tool I've ever used to make decisions. It strips away the noise, the fear of embarrassment, the pressure of expectations, the illusion of security, and leaves only what matters. Because when you understand that your time is limited, you stop wasting it living someone else's life. You stop letting others' opinions drown out your own voice. You begin to listen to that quiet whisper inside you, your intuition, your heart, and you realize it already knows where you want to go. And that's all you really need.